All right, holy schmoly. Day 64. Oh, gosh. Day 64. We're going to make this brief and brilliant because me and Raj, we got to get our steps in. We are only at 9,600 steps, 9,600 steps. And that is unacceptable. So we're going to do a walk after this. It is almost 10 o'clock here in Idaho, but I got great news. I'm so excited. What I plan to take this juice fast to the next level. I don't know if you heard of the warm cream, but she has been just, it's been undeniable. I'm like, oh, this is the next step. And I've taken, parasite cleanses before. I've taken cleanses with, Dr. Bobby Price, Yaki Awakens. Actually, I take that back. I haven't took his bitters yet, but I got him here. I got him here. Don't get too excited. Ron's getting excited. So these are Yaki Awakens bitters. So the bitter one, bitter two, and bitter three. So you're definitely supposed to keep these refrigerated. I've had these for a while. But it's a process. Like you have to you have to like basically cook them. You have to heat them, you have to boil them, all that stuff. I'm not making excuses, I'm just stating what it is. But and I did Dr. Bobby Price's. But his you just have to put in like a tea bag and you have to let it soak overnight. With Yaki Awakens, which I know, if you know, you know, he's thorough in everything he does. So like you have to heat it up, then let it simmer for a while, and then drink all three at the same time. I'm like, who has time for that? Who has time for that? I understand you have to make time when your health is in this despair, okay? But I got this is from Rogers Apothecary. Haven't been opened yet. And I got two boxes. So I got the ultimate lymph kit and I got the super, what did I get? I get the ultimate parasite click and the super lymph kit. And what I like about hers, okay, this is gonna get messy. What I like about hers, actually, I got a bag over here, excuse me. Woo! Now, Mrs. RogersHood, when I'm fascinated with somebody, when I'm just like, I'm in too deep. I'm so sensitive to what I feel nowadays that it's undeniable. I'm like, oh, this is the next step. I think this is what's going to take it to the next step. So, how lovely is that? Oh my gosh. Wow, it's a lot of. Oh wow. So it comes in tinctures. Tinctures are so easy. Tinctures are so easy. Thank you for making it easy with tinctures. And which every parasite kit should have, which I love. This is called cinnamon. Your binder. If you're cleansing or detoxing, you need a binder. So for my juice fast, for my group that did the juice fast, juice cleanse, we use psyllium husk and bentonite clay, and that will draw out everything. But look at these, like this is perfect. This is wonderful. This is the perfect size. So that is, let me see. Oh, so that's the lymph kit. So the lymph kit is like her most recent. I think I just love how this is like for the OCD person. I just love how this is just set up. It helps. Okay, the lymphatic system clears water, toxins, and extra fluids from your tissues. However, unlike the heart that pumps blood, the lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. It depends on movement, breath, muscle contraction, and external stimulation to function properly. This is why we use our vibration plates. This is why we are walking constantly. It needs vibration. Our lymph needs vibration to help to move. The lymph kit doesn't just move lymph, it addresses multiple hidden roadblocks that keep the body inflamed, toxic, and stagnant. By combining lymphatic activation with immune, brain, and gut support, users experience deep healing, better drainage, and greater resilience. And then it just goes to the suggested use. But I'm like, how many people have been on a 65 day cleanse and then jumped into this? I've read the instructions that say being on a cleanse, like you're suggested to clean up your diet, of course, with any cleanse or whatever detox. I was actually talking to my friend about this. She's like, I guess you never know who you're going to inspire. And sometimes you inspire people, sometimes you agitate people, sometimes you just, people don't understand how to handle you. So that has nothing to do with you. You're here to be an agitator, and sometimes that's in the best possible frame, or sometimes people don't know how to handle that and they'll retaliate or say this is stupid or say, isn't fasting dangerous or isn't. I'm like, do it first and then talk to me. Do not talk to me if you haven't tried it. Okay? Thank you. Now, if you come with the open heart and an open mind, we can work with that and we can come to understanding. But if you're coming to criticize, sweetheart, I've been there too. That's because a wound, that's because something in you has been moved and been agitated. Why does she get that and I don't get to do that? Maybe I can't do something as hard as that. Girl, you better realize what them intrusive thoughts are coming from. So this is the actual parasite cleanse. This is the other one. So the lymph, you want to get your lymph open so you have proper drainage, which is defecating, urinating, and perspiring. But I think she calls it the three P's. Like she calls it peeing, pooping, and something else. Those are the three P's. But is it perspire? Pee, poop, perspire? Girl, I love the attention to detail. Thank you. Thank you. She just She was a woman who the Western society could not give her any more answers. And her background is in Western medicine. So, like me, I was a program director of a mental health clinic. Don't you think I've tried everything? I've tried everything. I went to colleagues, I went to friends, I went to doctors that I've helped build their clinic, and nobody could figure out what was wrong with me. So, yeah, that's when you start going into like, I guess I got to figure it out myself or figure out a better way to do something that's been around forever. And I'm so happy that she just wasn't willing to just accept that. Do you know how many doctors told me I would just have to live with my conditions? With perimenopause at 28, this woman actually got a hysterectomy. I was offered to get a hysterectomy. My mother got a hysterectomy. I'm like, geez. And you're so in the loop of your own conditions and the storm of your own circumstances and the inconveniences. You're like, whatever keeps the ship going, I guess let's just keep on doing it. I'm glad I didn't. So this is how the parasite kit looks. It's a parasite, actual parasite clip. So you want to suggest it to do this kit first to get your lymph opening, and then I think this is also to maintain too once you're done. And then after you use that to really get in and actually start detoxing. But I lymph, yeah, lymph. This is wonderful. We got lymph, we got holy skull, which I mentioned yesterday or the day before. If you got your tonsils and adenoids removed because you had severe sinus issues, asthma, you were prone to like head colds, strep throat, like all in your respiratory, you're gonna need help because those are your main, your tonsils and your adenoids are your main drainers of inflammation for your brain, and now you don't have those anymore. So imagine how much substances and inflammation is stuck in your brain. So she has something that's called Holy Skull, and it's to help, I believe, with um with that drainage pathway. Let's see. Holy Skull, yeah, brain health support. So it shows you what each with each herb is in here. So these are, I've never seen somebody like double extract herbs. I've watched her process from start to beginning. I've watched how she does her. When I research, you are the scientist of your own life. You decide the extent of your research. And a lot of the times, honestly, the only point that I feel if I'm not stimulated, if I'm not learning, if I'm not genuinely interested in what I'm looking, I don't see the point. I don't see the point. But once I see something I'm curious enough about, girl, I go all the way in, probably too far. And I could have probably stopped two stop signs back, but I'm in too deep. I'm in too deep. So you don't even have to think about it. You just gotta take your drops. And, ah, okay. Some symptoms that you have when you're releasing foreign entities from your body, like pinworms, we know that makes your butt scratch. That's why your dog is scraping his butt on the carpet. I told you, me and the dog we both deworming right now. I assumed it was in his package, his annual package that he gets with all his shots, with all that upkeep. Mm-mm, mm-mm. That's a whole nother level. I'm like, brother, you are about a decade backed up from deworming, and I'm about 35 years. Now, like I said, I have used parasite cleanses like teas and stuff, and I did it while still maintaining like my diet kind of. I started finishing Dr. Bobby Price's teas actually when I've been on this fast. And I think that's what helped accelerate the mucoid plaque that I released. And there was a worm on the end of it. I said, ew. I can't wait to see what comes out of my brain. People have worms coming out of their nose, they cough them up, they poop them out. And I am such a scientist. Like my bowel is getting lighter and lighter and lighter. So you can actually see what comes out of you. I'm like, this is what I've been prepping for. This right here is what I've been prepping for. This woman has been preparing this for me this whole time. She had to go through what she had to go through to resonate with certain people. You are going to have to go through what you have to go through to actually resonate with the right people. Because as soon as I heard it, I was questionable. I was like, Yaki. If you listen to Yaki Awaken, he not mainly serves, he makes a point to serve the melanin community. And biologically, we do have some differences from our other counterparts. They're subtle, they're slight. He says, even the Black people who actually were from here, not all of us came from Africa. Just like in most other countries, there's always been, was it the Aborigines? There's always been melanated people in all parts of the world. Not all 30 million of us came on boats, okay? And some of it's distinct with certain gestures, some even digestive systems. Some certain tribes in Africa, they actually drink the milk from the teat and mix it with blood from their cattle. And I heard it tastes like a chocolate shake. And that's their sustenance. Most people, Black people here, are lactose intolerant. Where, where they do that? Where they do that? Some of our African brothers are 7 feet tall over there. Some tribes have ceremonies of jumping like they're from a child. They're constantly reinforcing their bones. They're fracturing their bones and replenishing it, fracturing and replenishing it. Oh my gosh. The heat that they can sustain. Like, my gosh. The coarseness of their hair. Even how their facial features are a little, it's just approach this with a curious mind. Everybody's going to be different. Everybody has a different metabolic rate. Everybody has a different what's going to work for them in different seasons. You and your sibling do not have the same metabolism. You and your parents don't have the same metabolism. So be a scientist. As one of my mentors says, put on your lab coat. We're here to figure this out. We're here to figure this out, what works for us. So I'm so freaking excited. I haven't heard of her. She posts a lot of testimonials, but I haven't heard of her talking about somebody who's been on a fast this long doing this kit. So either, and it's light. It's not something that's going to make you run to the bathroom. It's not something that's going to be a hindrance to your lifestyle, let's say. Allegedly. But I haven't heard people who have been on a fast this long and have tried this. So we'll see. And I got a date tomorrow. So I'm like, oh, keep it together, hopefully. But I'm starting this in the morning. I just got it. Oh, I may start tonight. I've been so excited. So excited. So it's an investment. It cost for these two kits, about $260. Can you see that? About $260. And I'm fascinated. I'm interested. Why not? Why not? So yeah, is that all I got today? I think that's all I got today. I was going to talk about how to rewire your relationship with comfort, but maybe I'll do that tomorrow. We're going to a comedy show tomorrow, and I took a couple of weeks, like about a month off from dating. I think my last date was like 3 weeks ago, and I'm just like, it was too much kind of happening, and I'm like, I still didn't know how to explain myself. I still felt like I needed to explain myself. But now I'm just like, I have no ties to it. I have no ties to the results of what's going to happen. So naturally, when you energetically lay back, things have a chance to come towards you. And that's what's been happening with this next cycle. Like people have been like, when can I take you out? And you don't have to push your agenda of like, oh my God, I'm fasting. I can't really eat. I can't really go to dinner. I can't. And I know a lot of women gauge what your first date is going to be, but I'm actually down to just get tea and just talk and have a walk. And yes, have some boundaries, like limit it to a certain time. So, leave at the high point. You know what I'm saying? Give them a little taste, but show up authentically you. Like sometimes I remember just years ago, I would need like a glass of wine or a little, or something to kind of get the edge off to prepare for either like whatever it is, a gathering, a day, whatever it is. But I'm at that point right now. I'm just like, wow, I just don't need anything. I can just show up authentically me. I don't need anything to change or alter my state to whether that's thinking that like I'm okay, I gotta stay calm, like I don't want to be too excitable. When you start not giving because you're realizing you're doing something so hard that few people are willing to do, you're like, whoever wants to show up is gonna show up, and whoever doesn't, thank you God, because that just clears out the way for the people who actually want to show up for you authentically. But you gotta show up authentically too. And so I'm just having fun. Like with these couple of guys that I'm talking to that I'm going out with this weekend, we're going to a comedy show. I wanted to go to a comedy show. Like, what's her name? Shanice Waynes. She's part of the Waynes family. She's gonna be in Boise, like it's like tonight or tomorrow. And I think I've known that for a while. But I was like, oh my God, I really want to go to this show. But I'm like, oh girl, you just bought this kit, you just paid rent, you just ooh. And then I'm like, well, I still think I deserve what I want. So I was talking to this gentleman. He's another guy who's this one's actually 16 years older than me. And he was like, "Do you have any idea, where you would want to go?" And me a few weeks ago, I'm like, "Ah, you're the man. Ah, you're supposed to lead. Like you're courting me. You're pursuing me. Girl, chill." I was like, "Actually, what do you think about this? Actually this popped up on my feed. What do you think? I would love to know what you think." He thought it was a phenomenal idea. He's like, "I would love to do that." And I'm like, "Oh, perfect. Saved me $70. Thank you. Thank you." And he messaged me this morning. He's like, "Hey, just making sure." What did he say? What did he say? He looks like he's like Serbian or something, like European or something like that. Oh, Gertie, my little Filipina princess, text me. Oh yeah, I was saying it. So, okay. What did he say? He's like, "Hey, Breezy." I was like, "Boy, don't you be calling me that just yet. Only my people call me that." He's, "I'm gonna grab the tickets for us for tomorrow night in the next couple hours, unless we are putting the brakes on the excellent idea you came up with." I'm like, "Ooh, this lion loves to be pet. Thank you." And I was like, "Just do it." I sent him an emoji. I was like, "Just do it." And he was like, "Done." I'm like, "Ooh, I was like, "Wonderful. I'm excited." And I wanted to keep things playful. I'm like, this is just a time, I just got hard news as you seen yesterday. Life is still going to life. Are you going to choose to play with it, or are you going to choose to be like, oh my God, these circumstances? I'm like, you know what? Let's play. Let's play. And so I sent him a voice memo, and I was like, you know what would be really fun? I would love for you to come up with the theme. I'm so excited for tomorrow. How about you come up with a theme for us, and I'll try to address in that theme, and we'll go from there. What do you think about that? He thought, oh my gosh, he freaking loved it. He was like, it's so refreshing. Wait, let me see. Can I see what I said? What I exactly said? I sent a memo, and he just sent this huge thing back. Or I sent a voice memo, and then he sent that huge thing back. And then he's like, "I just appreciate your creativity and enthusiasm." He's like, "Let me think on that idea. I've never jumped into that take." And I said I was a little loopy, so if it doesn't resonate with you, that's totally fine. And he's like, "Who cares if it's loopy? People want to play. People want to play. Everything is so serious. Everything is so, we're just war, serious, fight, the economy, the crisis." People just want to play because that's our inner innate childlike spirit. They just want to play. And yeah, I'm really digging this spontaneity and attention to all this. It's so refreshing. And then he was just asking me like, what time do you want to go? Because I think you have to get there at a certain time, depending if he got the VIP tickets or the regular tickets. The VIP tickets are the first two seats, and I'm a VIP type girl, but you know, still, I think the VIP was like $100. So we'll see. We'll see how excited he is. But don't take it personal if you're general admission. That's probably where you need to be to meet who you need to meet. And he doesn't drink also, which is like, oh my God, that's so refreshing. Like we could just both drink some tea. And that's amazing because I don't have to explain myself. Um, but yeah. And he said he'll get back to me with the theme and then I'll coordinate my outfit. Now that the inflammation has gone down, now that you can fit into your clothes and actually like your clothes look tailored to you, so they look better, so you're gonna show up better. Get your nails done, you know. I worked a little longer today. I'm like, girl, you gotta keep it fresh. This makes me feel good, so I will find a way to get my nails done. There's a season for all this. There was times where I didn't get my nails done for like months, maybe even a year. I just went with natural. Of course, keep them buffed, keep them taken care of. Of course, keep your eyebrows taken care of, like stuff you could do at home. But it makes a difference. I haven't I haven't gone outside without makeup in weeks, which is I used to, there was a time I went a year without wearing makeup. Seriously, seriously. And I was like, girl, just it's you just treat it differently. I'm sorry, it's your social currency. I hate to break it to you. You want me to break it to you, or you want the world to break it to you? Like I said, learn from me as I'm going day to day when life is still lifing. My father's biological father, who I've only met a few times, funeral is tomorrow in Birmingham, Alabama. Would I have got like to come? Yeah, but it didn't work out that way. Um, he has a twin sister, which is wild, and she reached out to me. She's been wanting to connect with me, and his best friend is actually the one who found me because I guess he always used to talk about me, but I'm like 35 years and it's not that hard to find people in these, circumstances. So I did have feelings of up and down today. I noticed when I was juicing, I was like I would have these little moments of just like shaking and I'm like, "Okay, what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?" Because you're reacting. You're so much more sensitive to like these cues that you have. You're so much more. Can I put my feet up, please? Because we've been going all day. You're so much more sensitive to these cues that you're having, and it's important to be aware of that. But now I'm like, okay, that's all taken care of. These people want to connect with me, and you can easily say like, what took you guys so long to want to connect with me? Like this woman found me, or it's her actual wife found me, um, in a few days. So over that 35 years that you knew I existed, nobody thought to put in. But I'm like, hey, I guess he was like 70 years old, so he was a decade older than my mother, when she had the affair. So, like, hello, 20. I saw a picture of him as a younger cat, and I'm like, I understand. That's definitely where I got my lips from. I'm like, I understand. I understand. Chocolate just he would have probably been up there with the like I don't know about Morris Chestnut, but he was up there. He was a handsome man. Very good skin, very good skin, very good gestures, good legs. Both my parents have good legs. So I have to find my own closure with that. Life is still going to life, and your thoughts are going to go to resentment. However you decide to grieve, but and make yourself feel better. Make yourself feel better. I felt like I was like, would food make this feel better? I'm like, no, you kind of past that. You don't even want food right now. You're so excited for these tinctures and to do it full fledged. And what if this is the answer to everything? The brain fog, you guys, I still have brain fog. It's been how long? I still have slight brain fog, slight memory lapse. My energy is up there, but it's not anywhere near, I'm sure, what I'm capable of. Still stuttering on what to do next. And a lot of that is just having the time to sit with God and talk about it. But these emotional, and I was offered a job today. Oh my God, I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. I was when I started this fast, I was doing a contract with Albertsons, the Albertsons corporate. So I was doing a contract with them as a temporary contract. I guess I did so good that the director of this region called out to me and she's like, she offered me a freaking job, a travel job. I was like, girl, but I think you need a call. If they could do a rental, like if they could do my own rental for me, that would be amazing. Because if you are new to the channel, my car blew up last year. And allegedly, my biological dad always had 3 cars at a time, 3 to 4 cars at a time. I'm like, what? Like that type of stuff can get you resentful. Him spoiling another girl, well, I think his best friend's daughter saved the same name as me. I probably could have heard that wrong. But the humanistic part of you is going to be like, well, there were so many times when I was a child, we did face homelessness a couple times, and I was mirroring that in my adulthood, like facing homelessness, because it was something I was used to that pressure. Thankfully, literally 0.001 seconds is always left on the time clock, and then a miracle comes through. So I guess I just like the pressure of just seeing that I can get that close and still be able to find my way out. But he was spoiling her. That's what his best friend said. He would just spoil her and give her anything she wanted. I'm like, I could have saved a lot of student loan debt for that. That would have been awesome. But that was character building for me. So I'd be able to handle situations like this, or a 60-day fast, or girl, the stomach is getting flat. It's getting flat. I'm like, oh wow, this is my natural body type. I was like, girl, you actually have some curvature. You actually have some curvature, girl. It was just under all that inflammation and that water retention and all that salt and all that sugar and all of that. All of that. You probably got a little shape under there. Skin is glowing, huh? Tell me, talk to me. Talk to me. Skin's glowing. So, whatever you've gone through has prepared you for what's next. Allow yourself to feel what you feel and understand it's all for your strengthening. It's all for your highest good. That's what I keep on reminding myself. And even in times that I felt a certain type of way, I could feel it, just how I was cutting things. I'm like, oh, hold on, regulate. If you whisper to yourself, regulate, body, regulate, emotions, regulate, I don't know, something just comes off and you actually kind of feel better. Regulate. I'm regulated. I know how to regulate. I'm a master emotional regulator. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to regulate. I'm so happy that I can now regulate my own body. Try it. Like really try it when you feel like you're starting to spin out of control, before you get to that panic attack, before you get too angry and too reactive. Try to regulate yourself just by telling yourself. Your body is actually going to be more willing to listen to you because you've shown up for it. You've provided nutrition for it. You provided hydration for it. You have been consistent. We need to lock in more on the consistency with sleep, because I just sometimes forget how important a circadian rhythm is, especially when you're healing. Like your body needs to anticipate. You have to actually train your body when to go to sleep, when to release melatonin, when we should wake up, how we should wake up. Are you reactive when you wake up? Do you check your phone? Do you need, and some people do that for business. I understand. But for I'm want to go right now, my first instinct should be with God as soon as I wake up. Not, okay, what's on the agenda today? What I got to work today? Okay, what? No. Know that all my concerns will be taken care of, and then we can move forward. So I'm right in here with you. I'm right in here just trying to have a little fun. Have fun with men. Have fun with women. Have fun with some girlfriends. I reached out to my friend Val. I saw her doing an aerial class. I'm like, I think I would want to do that. I think I would want to do that. Yeah, get out of survival mode. Yeah, at this current state, maybe you have $100, $200. But for some reason, money always shows up. Like, resources always show up. So what makes this time any different? This has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but I'm so excited for my parasite cleanse. I can't wait to document what came out of me. And if you want to see what's already come out of me, that's on day 33. Maybe I should start making posts. I'm still learning what you can post on YouTube and what you cannot, because it's quite visual, quite visual. So thank you so much for spending time with me. This is we're gonna just keep going, and now we get to amplify and take off fast to the next level. So I'll let you know how my date goes tomorrow. I'll send you a video after. 6'3", big boy. The tallest I've dated was 6'6", and he had a limp, and I'll let you guess why. All right. Well, that's it from me. Good night from Idaho, and I will see you tomorrow. I love you so much. Thank you for sticking with me. And this was kind of everywhere today, but exactly where it needs to be. Okay. I love you so much. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.